Welcome to Book Day. We will be reading one of Landon's favorite books, Princess Daisy and the Dragon and the Nincompoop Knights. Not your average fairy tale. The trouble with most fairy tales is that they sound the same. There's usually a problem and a dragon who's to blame. And sometimes there's a tower with a princess stuck inside, a kingly dad and lots of knights who often want a bride. But though this is a fairy tale with all the usual team, if you read on, you'll find that things aren't always what they seem. Our story starts at midnight when the king was gently snoring and suddenly was woken by some truly dreadful roaring. The townspeople were woken to, let's go and find the king. He'll know what to do about this terrifying thing. The king was pretty clueless. I've hardly slept a wink. But Princess Daisy shouted down, "Hang on, let's have a think. I can see from way up here singed trees and a burnt wagon. The evidence makes me conclude our problem is a dragon." So as we skip ahead in the story, we learn that the king calls upon 3 knights. They are not the brightest tools in the shed. No, they're not quite what we would want. So we first start off with Sir Daring Do, and he doesn't do the job. Then we move on to Sir Musclebound, and oh, not so much on him. Then we move to Sir Brainbox, and he's not quite that box we would hope for. So, what do? Well, the king's mouth dropped wide open. Oh, who will save us now? But wait, here comes another knight who's sitting on a cow. The people laughed and pointed. That armor is a fright. He's got a book, he's got no sword. He's far too small to fight. Just watch and learn, the knight replied and rode into the cave. The crowd all gasped in horror. Who'd have thought he'd be so brave? And then it all went quiet. There was not a single sound. I cannot bear it, cried the king, and fainted to the ground. The night was gone for ages, and everyone got bored. Then just as it was time for tea, the dreadful dragon snored. Then with the dragon sound asleep, the knight came from the cave and said, "Don't worry, we're all safe," and gave a cheerful wave. "This dragon's just a baby. Come here and take a look. All she wanted was some milk, a cuddle, and a book. And as for all you nincompoops, you vain and foolish knights, with all your noise and silliness, you gave her quite a fright. I know that voice," the king cried out. "At least I think I'm right. Daisy, is that you, my dear? Are you our mystery knight?" "You're right, it's me," the princess said. "I know it's a surprise. You said you wouldn't let me out, so I came in this disguise. I know you put me in a tower to keep me safe from harm, but princesses can do much more than curtsy, dance, and charm. Girls are clever, tough and bold, and brave and strong and true. We're just as good as boys, you know. We can be heroes, too." Then everybody cheered. Well, that's a turn up for the books. And doesn't it just go to show you mustn't judge on looks? Much later, when Queen Daisy ruled, she kept her dragon friend. And as they found in stories, they lived happily. The end.
Gag!